Going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Syracuse Orange. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Boston College's offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Catch in the middle. It's Eakin. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle, Eakin. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Handoff from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. The give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange offense will get its first chance now. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instinct.
There he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right, man. You got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
They'll go to the ground. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cuse.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Syracuse right back at it.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. The quick out. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. They'll give it to the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Pressure coming, and they'll wrap him up.
And the strong safety is the one that's actually able to get the sack on this play. They lowered him in the box, probably anticipating run to the strong side of the field, but when the strong safety saw the ball in quarterback's hand, he just said, I'm going to go do this myself.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Direct snap. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Now the play fake. Heaves it on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. The give from the gun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Locked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. And here comes the punt team. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's complete on the right side. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Boston College now operates from the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he waltzes in for the One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Casey. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll try the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Vincent. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Powers through the defender. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Boston College wants to play fast. To the air on 1st down. Fears the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Got the back over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. On target to the left. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gets it out fast. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Complete in the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This Boston College offense has it working. Wants to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's on target and complete. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Boston College will try to get it in on a 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Boston College. And the punishment has been extended. No mid-season concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. And that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Got a man. It's Vincent. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Caught. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Pulls it in. It's Vincent. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Here comes the 2-point try. Motion from the back. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Handoff from the gun. Picks up the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. It'll be a draw. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. The field goal is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Syracuse right back at it.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested play.
There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stumped on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Wide open space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Orange. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. The give to the left side. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Golden Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They go to the ground. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Syracuse right back at it. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. He wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off for the third time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
The give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. BC back to work after picking up the first down. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared